Still in one piece?
Eu já fui.
Visibility along this path will remain limited for some time. Take care not to get ambushed.
I'm surprised you know the terrain here so well. Lords don't strike me as having much time for wandering in the woods.
Sometimes I would take strolls along here when I wished to be alone.
You always did have a bad habit of disappearing without telling.
Calma aí que tá tendo briga ali. Tá, o caminho é esse indo pra frente. Então é nesse aqui que eu tenho que ir. É. Eu tenho que ir nesse aqui. Tem daqueles bichos grandes aqui, hein? Tem que ter coisa boa aqui. Nossa, é tudo level 26 agora, né? Caramba! Ai não, tinha visto a dela. Uau! Droga, demorei demais. Não, achei onde resiste.
In an instant! Impact block! We work well together.
Like a finely timed
Boa.
I think the enemy's getting desperate.
Got them where we want them.
Don't tip your hand though.
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
Caraca, essa luta foi difícil.
I feel sprightlier than before.
Não, mas estamos tudo no level 25, não vai ser tão difícil assim não. Mas é, tinha 1.300 gold, caramba, foi muito bom. Nossa, eles são 27, por isso que eu achei eles meio difíceis.
Out of our way!
No further!
On guard! Freeze Lancer!
Here I come! It's over!
I'm not so good with airborne targets. Arc Seal!
Devastation!
pesky airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
Double demon fang! Strike! It's off! You're mine! You're finished! Blow away!
Look sharp. Make it rain.
Double in an instant! Impact block! We work well together.
Like a finely timed walk.
This one's mine.
Here I come! Not today!
Searing flame!
I'm ready!
Here,
Take this!
This one's got your name on it.
Action to action!
Excited.
Not a chance!
Eu só tenho que ir com ele com o LOL agora, né, que eu ainda não consegui.
On guard! Destruction! I'm ready! Totally! In an instant! Impact block!
Mas esse é muito bom, né?
We're a pretty lethal combination, aren't we?
What can I say? I had a good partner.
It's so hilly around here. I can feel my feet getting blisters.
That's mountain hiking for you. It can be pretty tough if you're not used to these sorts of trails.
I take it you're comfortable with them then?
Oh yeah. We used to run up and down these slopes all the time for our training exercises.
Oh, bom, não parece uma estrada tão ruim assim.
a duel beyond!
Soaring light sphere! I'll take you all on!
That's it! Fury!
Take this! You're finished!
Glacial Spear! Pierce evil!
Take this! An astral light?
That's my cue!
Shut him down! My turn!
Lightning!
This one's all mine!
Tiger Blade!
Here I come!
Where are you going?
Take this! It's over!
Do it!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Citizen!
Essa é muito legal.
Eat dirt!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking,
Do it!
more pummeling.
Cut them apart.
Commander of Heaven! Phoenix Cyclops!
Cara, eu adoro muito esses golpes combinados.
My exploits are bearing fruit.
Eles dão um dinamismo tão legal. Bom, definitivamente o caminho é por cima, né? Definitivamente é por cima. Então vamos por baixo.
I'll do my best. Save you. Shot. Like moths to the flame.
Take this!
Leave the enemy's arc to me.
No complaints here! Here I come! Crush! Not today! Here I come! It's over! Resonate with the eye!
I never miss.
Beleza. Devia ter usado no faltão, mas tudo bem.
Not in your dreams. Radiant Spear.
You're mine! It's over! Take this! It's over! Devastation! Light sphere!
Back into the
Rising
front.
Falcon!
Do it.
This one's mine.
This one's got your name on it.
Action to action. A merry distraction.
There's still more to go.
Já era. Já tá indo bem. Os inimigos são mais fortes, mas a gente tá indo bem.
Practically unstoppable.
Só falta ser um zergo gigante aqui dentro. Não é, mas são 3 desse aqui.
I'll do my best.
No escape! Double demon fang! Try humping this one's all mine! You picked the wrong fight!
Tiger Blade.
Eternal devastation! Now I
You made me angry. That was a bad idea.
It's over!
Prepare to be seized. Actually,
Let's talk and more doing.
Pera aí.
Be still! Okay, here I go!
you're helping me become a pattern.
It's for the good of all of us.
Is it now?
Piercing roar.
Coming
Boa.
through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! My turn! It's on!
How odd is being interrupted. Did you just heal me?
Yes, I need you, remember?
Right.
Well, we're on the home stretch now.
Don't take your eyes off the prize.
I'm quite aware without you reminding me.
I'm ready!
All yours, Kisara.
Tá difícil, né? Foi. Esse bicho é forte, né?
We did it.
I never had a doubt.
This looks nice and tough.
Quem que usa muito é a maga, né? Não. É ele. Nossa, vou ter que usar uma goma de laranja, ok. Nossa, inimigo meio forte, meu. Tipo, eles dão uns itens muito bons, mas são fortes.
More Danny Moons here too, I see.
What were people even thinking back then? Trying to build anything around here.
Maybe they just had that much.
Bom pra pegar level, né?
Stay calm. I shall provide assistance.
You're mine! Luna Rondo! Lightning thrust! Mirage! Take this! You'll finish!
Arch Steel!
Everlasting darkness.
You're finished!
Negative
Here I come!
gain.
It's over!
On your knees.
Luna Rondo! No escape! Be still!
Elusive deity.
It's on!
Rotating power. I'm ready. Rotating power.
Totally! In an instant! Impact block! We work well together.
Finally time to walk.
You're mine! You're finished!
I'm ready.
Aí,
Blow them away.
nice demais esse também.
Wow! Look what I just found.
Mais uma goma de pêssego.
I sure built up a sweat.
Putz, tem vários caminhos. Eu vou nesse pra frente que não
Rest
leva em lugar
assured, we
nenhum
have reached the
primeiro.
top. It's all downhill from. This one will be difficult to predict.
You wanna play? Then come at me!
I'll smash you! Begin!
It's over!
Arch Steel!
Here I come! Take this!
Don't mind if I do.
I'm ready to go!
Annihilation!
Lightning thrust! Tear! Luna Rondo! Take this! You're finished!
On your
You're mine!
Oh, vamos.
Destruction!
Freeze
Take
laser!
this! This
in a
one's all
bind.
mine.
What's up?
Burn in hell! Here I come!
Resonate with the earth.
You're finished!
Stalagmite.
Here I come!
On your
If it's in the sky, it's mine! This one's mine!
My turn! No escape! Destruction! Totally! In an instant! Impact block! We work well together.
finally time to walk.
Looks like
Negative gain. On your
make it rain!
shield.
This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes.
Boa. Acabou? Acabou. Tá indo melhor. Não tá indo menos,
I
né?
need to be stronger.
Precisa de um acampamento.
Gotta break through! Here I come!
Denied!
I owe you one!
If it's in the sky, it's mine!
Here I come!
Appreciate the help.
Elusive deity! A debut perform! You're finished! Soaring blast!
I'm ready!
Baita poder.
I shall ensure you survive this.
Take this! Burn! Take this!
I'm ready.
Totally! In an instant! Impact block! We work well together.
Like a finely timed walk.
You're finished!
Do it!
Ringwell. Light burst forth.
Radiant Genesis!
My turn!
On guard!
Searing Flame!
Prepare to be seized.
Hurricane thrust!
I'm going in!
You're mine! You're finished!
Foi.
I've used a bit too much healing.
Tá, dá pra ir por aqui. Mas eu compro mais quando chegar na próxima cidade. Vou usar mais uma logo, vai.
Is it just me, or...
Coming through. Here I come.
Right here! I got this!
You're finished.
It's over. Don't mind if I do. Here goes!
On your
Nossa, pegou de todos.
You're finished.
Aí
I
sim.
can carve through armor.
Gemini Aqua!
Here I come.
Going in. Right. One more. Here comes Fury!
You're mine. You're finished.
Glacial Spear. Here's
Make it rain!
Ready. Freeze Lancer.
Far enough!
Take this.
Going
It's
in.
over. Ignite.
Piercing roar!
You're mine. You're finished.
Healing Circle.
Good shot!
Soaring light spear. Devastation. Here I come.
Make it rain!
Double leap. In an instant. Impact block. We work well together.
Like a final time
You're
walk.
finished.
Only getting started.
Vai usar na...
Here I come.
Hear me! Flame of Fury! Burning Strike!
Ready and ready. You're finished. Soaring light spear.
So that's how a lord fights.
You're
I
mine.
don't perform as well as deserve.
I'm going to pretend I didn't hear you say
It's
that.
over.
Já era. Tá bom, tá bem, tão
Good
mais
to know my
longas,
training is paying
mas
off.
tá bom. Já estamos fazendo evoluir, pô, já tô no level 26. Nossa, tudo isso pra ajudar um cara. Eu vim pra cá atrás de comida e arma, mas só tem ido para outro lado. Não é que eu tenho que me preocupar agora, mas não que eu tenho que me preocupar agora, graças a vocês.
Through these lands most verdant green, my eyes alight for sights unseen. In Menancia, pure and pristine.
What is it you see exactly?
That's not for me to say.
Bom, então, o caminho é... eu não sei. Tem esse aqui e esse aqui. Eu vou nesse aqui. Faz uma florestona fechada. Tô achando que eu fui pro caminho certo. Nossa, é um desertão. Eu achei que ia ser uma floresta fechada, mas não, é um deserto, um baita de um deserto. Uma montanha, na verdade, né? Uma torre. Será que é ali que tá o próximo Lorde? Só o planeta, mano. Deixa aí. Vou precisar, vamos buscar.
What's that big tower over there?
Tá, por cima tem um acampamento. Não tem nada pra pegar aqui, eu vou por cima. Eu já passo no acampamento.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
Boa, né?
There are still so many creatures we don't know about.
Have you
Yeah,
been writing
verdade.
stuff down about what we fight?
Yep. It's actually pretty fun to observe them from afar.
Mas espólios têm ajudado bastante.
Done. This is sure to give the others some much needed energy.
Loki sai do Halim.
Don't
Do
leave.
Halim.
Care if I hang out for a while?
Ainda não conversei com ele nenhuma vez, né?
You worried about what's going on with Menancia?
What makes you think that?
Well, you were speaking to Kisara earlier, weren't you?
It's rude to listen in on others, you know.
Sorry. I didn't hear what you two were actually talking about, though. I just figured it was Menancia since it was the two of you.
I am but a former lord who has abandoned his post. I'm no longer in a position to lead the realm in any capacity whatsoever. Yet
Então ele não
Kisara
quer
still seeks
voltar.
out my opinions, knowing full well that is the case. This despite the fact I am no longer her master either.
Couldn't it be precisely because you're not her master anymore? It's natural for friends to want to hear each other's opinions.
I hadn't considered that possibility.
It's funny what you miss sometimes.
Hardly uncommon among artistic types such as myself. When lordships are decided based solely on one's astral energy, it can lead to funny results.
But even so, you still took your job as lord seriously,
Ah,
didn't
sim,
you?
né? Isso é verdade.
Certainly, I learned to perform my functions. However, I was less interested in ruling, so much as avoiding life and death decisions. Of course, such a mentality in the end led only to sickening pain and death taking place elsewhere out of sight. I pretended not to see or hear any of it, content to let our supposed peace and equality keep me blind and deaf to reality. I was a fool.
But you're making amends.
I would like to think so. The path ahead is dark, yet I still walk on. I merely pray that I shan't fall down any holes along the way.
Vai dar tudo certo.
I do believe it's
Vamos
about
olhar
time that I
bem melhor.
retire. Shall we get moving?
Pera, não vi o que ele falou. Tem uma nova ameaça escondida nessa velha torre. Se vocês não souberem o que estão lidando, é melhor dar meia volta. Será que isso é alguma coisa de pós-game? 2000 de HP. Sobrevida. Nível laranja. Enquanto é isso. O cuidado tá dado. O que vocês vão fazer agora com vocês?
Not this way, I guess.
Não é pra entrar então.
Not this way, I guess.
Não tem outro jeito. Será que são algum evento pós-game?
Not this way, I guess.
Eu não tenho outra entrada. Essa trilha da montanha deve ser alguma coisa mais pra frente, então. Tá aí, né? Conhecendo um lugar novo. Não adiantou muita coisa, mas vamos voltar pra estrada. Fazer o caminho de baixo então. Já que o caminho não era por aqui. Vou fazer esse aqui.
I won't forgive you!
You're mine! It's over!
You can't get out of this!
By the power of one!
Take this!
Now you see what I can do!
Mega Ray!
You're mine! Not today!
Pesky
I'm
airborne
expert coming
scoundrel!
through! Sounds like a job for you truly!
Take this!
All yours, Kisara!
We did it!
Magnificently done!
Leave the enemy's arms to me!
No place here!
Mega Ray!
Total devastation!
All yours, Kisara!
Não sabe de novo.
It's over!
Negative change! On
Take
your
this!
This one's mine!
air pressure!
Here I come!
I'm ready!
It's over! Here I come!
On your
Flame of fury!
Total devastation!
Glacial
Destruction!
Here's evil! Nurture!
Devastation!
Now you've gone and ticked me off!
No! It's on! You're finished! You're mine! Burn!
Também já perdeu bem os inimigos lá na 26 aqui já.
This one's got your name on it!
action to action!
Do Halim Feiticeiro Sombrio. Ele é Dark Mage?
My astral arts are coming along quite nicely.
Coming along? What do you want to do with them?
Oh, you know. Sprout flowers from the tip of my staff, suspended in midair.
So you want to be a street magician then?
So, fire and earth astral energy, huh?
A perfect combination.
Ele quer ser um mago da natureza. Então, bom, então não é a trilha da montanha, é por aqui mesmo.
Still thinking about how to act around Dohalim?
That obvious, huh? Except I don't think I'll be changing much after all. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to stay his servant. However, I am going to treat him like a fellow comrade, the same way I would with you or anyone else. For as long as I can remember, I've spent my life protecting others. But isn't that what friends do too? Support and protect one another in times of need?
Sim.
Which in the end pretty much means doing as you've always done, right? If that's what you're most comfortable with, I'm certainly not going to give you any grief over it.
Actually, I've been thinking about how I ought to act around you all as well.
Oh?
When I set out on this journey, it was to rid Eldaman and Sia of its enemies, and search for wisdom in the outside world. Wisdom that I could potentially put to use on my return. I'm grateful to you all for letting me tag along. But it got me thinking, what am I actually contributing by being here?
What are you talking about? You know how to hold a weapon, don't you? That's help enough.
Is it though? Sometimes I wish there was more I could be doing to pull my...
Fome.
Oops, sorry about that. Jeez, I'm famished.
Now that you mention it, what do you guys normally do for food and meals when you're out and about on your travels?
O que a gente acha?
What do you mean, what do we do? We find stuff to eat and eat it. So long as it's meat, I'm not fussy.
Eating what you like can be good for morale in the short term, but you need to think about your diet if you want to stay healthy.
Does that mean eating vegetables too?
Isn't that obvious?
It does, which I guess hasn't been happening up till now.
Ele come cogumelos.
Yeah, to be honest, we could be eating better than we do.
Understood. In that case, I'll just have to make sure you're all staying healthy and eating right myself. Fortunately, I happen to know a thing or two
Voltei,
about
já
cooking
tá
as
ajudando
well.
mais.
You hear that, Law? Sounds like you'll be eating your greens after all.
What is it?
No, sorry, it's just... I was just wondering if you had any thoughts on all this.
It will do her good to have a project.
No, not Kisara. I meant you. Was there anything you wanted to add?
Me? Certainly you're not looking to me for culinary skill, I hope.
Typical Renan, leaving everything to someone else.
Rinwell, I don't think...
That said, should you need my skills on the battlefield, please rest assured I have no intention of shirking my responsibilities, regardless of who we may face.
I'm sure no one doubts that. Listen, guys, if we're traveling together, we should probably at least try to make an effort to get to know one another, don't you think?
Justo.
I wouldn't get your expectations too high in that regard. Believe it or not, sometimes I'm not sure I even know myself all that well.
Muitas tramas dentro de uma trama só. Aula de etiqueta.
Something wrong? You look like you're deep in thought.
Not exactly. I was merely thinking about you two and your sense of etiquette.
Oh?
Etiquette?
Indeed. To be quite frank, I find your lack of manners to be nigh intolerable.
That's not being frank, that's being an... Forget it. Do we really need to talk about this now?
Yes, I find such impropriety on your parts to be deeply unsettling.
Indecência de
It
vocês
concerns
dois.
me
Caramba,
greatly.
meu.
What do you want us to do? We were slaves. We never got to learn how to be proper like you.
Exato.
Yeah, what he said. Maybe you missed how we were just focused on surviving.
Perhaps, but Kisara here demonstrates that it's quite possible for a Denon to learn proper manners.
That's because I was given the opportunity to learn.
Exato.
Moreover, my duties as a guardsman required it. Not every realm is like Menencia, as you well know.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to hold us to some other city standards.
Exactly. You've got to remember what it's been like for us living under the Rena elsewhere.
I will concede that you do indeed make a valid point. It would appear, for all my espousing the virtues of equality between our peoples, I was still looking down on the two of you.
Pois é.
You don't need to beat yourself up. I wasn't that offended by what you said, man.
Nevertheless, I shall mind my words from here on out. Having said that, I do believe you two would still benefit from learning the basics of proper society. I would be more than happy to teach you both when we camp out, if you like.
Yeah, no, I'll pass. Acting all prim and proper isn't really my style.
If you say so. How about you, Law? Would you like to learn? Although I suppose my first task is to reform your attitude toward the idea of good etiquette.
You're not gonna let this go, are you?
Ai, mano, essa energia de grupo é muito legal. Monte de ara. Eita.
Hey, let's stop for a minute.
What's up? You already tired?
My armor's pretty heavy. I think I need a little rest.
I second that. All of this walking is starting to take its toll on me as well.
What? You don't look it.
We can't spare the time. There's places we need to be. Mahag Sar's capital, Niez, is our destination right now.
But if one of us collapses, it will only serve to slow us down.
Exatamente.
And in your case, Alphen is the only one who could carry you. Best to rest while you have the opportunity.
Enough already. I need a break, so we're taking one.
I don't need you fretting over me.
Fretting? Hey, it's not like I'm...
Não sabe lidar com as coisas também, e nem ela. É interessante. Eita!
Been looking for you.
For me, why?
Caraca! Caramba! Eu achei que ia pegar, ia ter sido legal.
He's tough.
Who are you? You said you were looking for me. Why?
Beautiful, precious life.
What the...
That is all I desire.
Eita, espadachim misterioso.
Then why are we fighting? Who even are you?
Take
Here I
this.
come! You're finished!
A new melody.
Take this!
Shield here.
Caraca, ele é muito forte, meu.
Who the hell are you? Bastard!
This guy's not normal.
His speed is unbelievable.
You mean he even surpasses a lord? I never miss. This one's mine.
Caraca, ele é muito forte.
Enjoy.
You're mine!
Eu mal tô conseguindo tocar nele, meu.
Glacial spear.
Show me your strength.
It's weakened.
In a vine.
Tiger blade.
Try harder! Not a chance!
Light up the dark.
Take this! You're finished!
Take this.
Take this!
Ah, não era pra ganhar a luta. Eu não ia conseguir, não. Quase, hein? Eita! Ei, caramba! Uou! Nossa senhora, ele ia matar a coruja muito.
Is that all that you've got? Very well. Then die.
Eita! Ele já tinha um rosto assim antes ou foi ela que fez isso agora?
A wretch like you?
Eita! Vai quebrar mais um pedaço. Não foi o Shiro que fez isso mesmo. Caramba, mano, quem será que é esse cara?
Shion, wake up, please!
Ah, achei que ia quebrar.
Elfin?
Shion!
Thanks, but you're kind of crushing me.
Sorry.
It's okay. And so am I.
Ela pode se curar.
It's not as bad as it looks.
Not bad. That's... Shion, we thought
I'm
you were...
fine. really.
Não, ela não sabe quem é. Quando a gente
What the hell
comprou
were you
ele,
thinking?
Well,
a gente sabia.
you were trying to protect me too, you know.
Yeah, but I have the sword. It's different.
It's not different. Besides, Never mind. It's nothing. Anyway, thank you.
But I didn't... Look, I'm just glad that you're...
Ele tá lembrando?
Alphen?
Sorry.
That guy said he'd be back. I think maybe we should get moving before he returns, right?
Eu acho que o Alphen. Isso é uma
Ringwell has a
teoria,
good
hein?
point. We need to go. Shion, are you
Eu
sure
acho
you're
que o
okay?
Alphen é Renano. Tô começando a achar isso. Alguém conhecido ele deve
Are
ser,
you
né?
sure you're okay?
Tipo,
Yeah, I already applied some healing arts to it.
alguém.
It didn't even
Não
leave a
sei.
scar.
But his sword went nearly straight through you.
I'm all right. Unless I've turned into some kind of ghost and I'm haunting you all right now.
Boa.
No, I know you're not. It's just...
Como
Look,
você sabe?
I appreciate you looking out for me, but I'm fine. Really.
There was also that strange light that appeared when Shion was stabbed. It seemed to make the enemy retreat when he saw it. Alphen, do you have any
O
idea what
Alphen
it
não
might have
sabe
been?
nem quem,
A
por
light?
que ele chama Alphen.
I don't know. I was kind of preoccupied with other things at the time.
Eu achei que ele ia quebrar a máscara.
Now that I think of it, between that light and the blazing sword, just what sort of person are you, Alphen? Can you use Danon astral arts like Rinwell, perhaps?
He wouldn't know, Dohalim. He doesn't have
Nah,
any memories from his
exato.
past, remember? Besides, we should really be getting out of here.
I suppose you're right.
Eu acho que é Renano.
We've almost reached Nias, the capital of Mahag Sar. With any luck, we'll find a place there for Shion to rest.
Hey,
Cadê o XP, essa luta? Sinais perdidos.
how are you holding up after that last fight? You're not too hurt, are you?
I'm fine, really. See for yourself.
If things get too tough out there, go ahead and fall back. I can take a beating if I need to.
Não sente, né?
I'm not here just to stand around and have everyone protect me.
I get that, but there's nothing wrong with admitting you have weaknesses too.
Do I look like I'm just trying to put on a brave face to you?
I can't feel pain, but you still can, can't you?
Look, I appreciate you're trying to look out for me, but even you go down in fights from time to time.
Ela sofre, ele só não sabe
Please,
disso.
stop trying to babysit me. It's getting old.
It's not that. I just...
Ah, cara, ele tem uma preocupação com ela, né? Eles estão juntos desde o começo, né, mano? Eles dois sozinhos derrubaram um Lorde, né? Entrar num lugar desconhecido. Nias. Ah, já chegamos. Nossa, mas é uma ruína, né?
Are we in the right place? This place looks like a mess.
Yes, this is Nias, the capital of Mahag Sar.
I don't see any signs of people. And the buildings.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like the kind of place people would actually live.
No soldiers, no Danans, not a soul to be seen. Yet look at these facades. This is clearly a Renin district.
Ah, sim, isso sim.
Hey, check out that drawing on the castle gate. That's the Darkwing's crest. It's from an old Danan legend about a hero who defeated an evil king with a torch and their trusty owl. That's his crest. I'm sure of it.
Really? First time I'm hearing it. So if someone drew it on the gate...
It must mean the Renins have lost control of the city.
Are you suggesting the Danans rose up and defeated the Lord here? Hard to believe, but not entirely unthinkable, given the evidence.
Let's look around and see if we can find someone. They might be able to tell us what happened.
Deu uma focada ali na Shione, suspeito.
This is horrible.
Is there truly no one here?
Se tem alguém, eu não sei, mas tem coruja.
All of these ruins look like they were made pretty recently.
É, parece
But
que
if
foi
that's the case,
destruído agora, né?
then where do you think the people that used to live here went off to? There must have been Danans and Renins, right?
That's a good question. Even if the Danans rebelled and managed to overthrow the Renins here, there should still be some people around.
This debris... Do you think it could be the work of Renin astral arts?
Perhaps, but the appearance of these ruins is rather uniform, which leads me to believe otherwise.
Rebelião.
Hey, Rinwell. That story you told us about the Dark Wings. It said that the evil king was vanquished with a holy flame, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Then there might be some truth to that old story after all. It looks like all the rubble here had been scarred by flames.
Tudo queimado,
Let's
né?
not jump to any conclusions just yet. If we can find someone around here, we might be able to get them to tell us what happened.
Educando Dohan.
Dohalim, you forgot to take care of the fire yesterday.
What do you mean, take care of? Ah, yes. You meant to put it out?
Yep. If it stays lit, we could end up in real trouble real fast.
I see. I apologize for not realizing that. I shall be more careful in the future.
The way he's talking, it's like the thought of putting it out himself never even occurred to him.
Provavelmente não passou mesmo.
Moving on, Dohalim, I should mention that the clasp for your cape is about to come undone.
Oh yes, I tried to fix that myself, but it simply refused to cooperate with me.
I can't believe I'm hearing this. Are you telling me Renins can't even dress themselves?
Lords like Dohalim have attendants that take care of just about everything they need, so I'm not surprised he sometimes struggles with the basics.
Even by those standards, you've got to admit this is still a little extreme.
Shion has got a point. I mean, you don't see Renins like her needing so much help to get stuff done.
In my case, circumstances forced me to learn how to be independent. Even so, I still think Dohalim could afford to pick up a few more self-sufficient skills.
Sim, com certeza.
Well, specifically speaking, what would you suggest that I learn?
For starters, I think it'd be good for you to learn how to dress. And put on shoes. How to comb your hair is equally important. And learning to manage your
Não tá
possessions
fazendo
better.
nada.
And then from there...
She sounds like his mom rattling all that off.
Oh, and another thing. About your owl, Rinwell.
What is it?
When he starts to molt, would you be willing to give me his old feathers? I think I could find a use for them.
What do you intend to do with those?
Well, recently, I haven't been sleeping well. However, I hear pillows made from owl feathers are very comfortable and wish to make one.
Caraca, mano.
This is why I hate you, Renins!
Did I say something offensive?
Com
Next time,
certeza.
put your own needs aside for a second and think about how someone might react first. Then consider if it's worth asking at all.
Caramba, esse cara vai ter que mudar muito, viu? Ele vai ter que mudar e não é pouco, não. Ah, já achei já.
Woohoo! Woohoo!
Maybe something's going on in the forest.
Onde que é o castelo que a gente estava vendo? Porque isso daqui provavelmente vai servir para atravessar para cá. Trancado, beleza. Tem uma estátua quebrada aqui.
What are those out in the valley? Windmills? They're huge.
They're most likely used to harvest wind astral energy, so they have to be
Ah,
big.
lá em cima. A cidade era bonitinha pelo jeito, né? Ela tá destruída. Tem uma praça.
All of you, stop right there.
Pessoas.
Don't move.
They have us surrounded.
Who are you? Where did you come from?
You first! Show yourself!
I'm the one asking the questions here. Don't try anything funny. One wrong move, and I guarantee we'll blow you away.
What are you...
My name is Alphen. I came here from Calaglia.
Alphen? The wielder of the blazing sword?
Sim.
Getting pretty famous, isn't he?
Uhum.
Here is my proof. Will that suffice? Or do I have to burn down one of those houses to make my point?
No need. I believe you.
Eu também.
I'm Beifong of the Darkwings. Sorry for threatening to blow you away. We're still hunting down the remnants of the enemy forces, so everyone's more than a bit on edge right now. Please forgive me.
Remaining? Wait, you mean you already took down the Lord of this realm?
That's right. We took her weapons and turned them right back on her.
Are you the Danon leader here in Niez?
Tem coisa estranha, com certeza.
I'm just one of the commanders. Deadeye's the one who runs the show. I'd be happy to take you to him. Just one problem.
Dois renos.
The Renans. Seems the rumors you were running with them were true. You do understand, right? I mean, we only just liberated the city from their kind. Everyone showed on trust. And for good reason. Especially Deadeye. I think it'd be best if those two waited outside.
Not going to happen.
I don't think it's a good idea for us to split up. It's too dangerous.
Then it's on your head, friend. Our base is that way.
You could have left me behind, you know.
This isn't just about you, Dohalim.
Ah, yes.
I guess even after you beat the Renans, your work's only really just begun, huh?
Yeah. This place seems like it's got a lot of
Não dá
issues to
pra ir.
fix.
Vou só ver aqui. Pra lá também provavelmente também não dá. Pra lá fica a praça aérea que tá no castelo da Almeidrea. Só que tá isolado agora, então vou ter que pedir pra dar meia volta.